Hey, Dave Wygan here with John Keegan. We are 1 week away from...
Merry Christmas.
That's right, Merry fucking Christmas. We're 1 week away from Christmas, but for those of you that are politically correct, we are 1 week away from Happy Holiday Day. Happy Holiday Day, right? Why don't you just wake up Christmas morning and look at your kids and say, kids, there is no Santa Claus, it's a Holiday Claus. And the little kids, little Johnny and little Susie will go, well, but Mommy, why is it not Santa Claus? Well, because we live in a politically correct world where we have to say Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
So it's Holiday Claus, not Santa Claus. I tell you, John, when we were kids, right, it was fucking Santa Claus. You walked around and said Merry Christmas. The Jews said Merry Christmas. The Kwanzaa people said Merry Christmas, right? Everybody said Merry Christmas. But nowadays, I'll tell you something. I hate the Happy Holiday stuff. I've never liked
generic, and it goes back to the same thing where, like, we had talked in the earlier podcast about, like, I can't even say, I love America, like, you can't say Merry Christmas. Like, to say the word Christ is, a horrible, like, it's insane. It's extremism. It's like there's these fuddy-duddies in our society, these little, like that just have to ruin everything good. Merry Christmas is like this time where you feel like a child and there's this innocence.
Magic.
But yet somebody felt left out. We're gonna ruin it for everybody. And then they started that stuff a long time ago. And I don't know, like in New York, it's like that Happy Holidays. Like if I say Merry Christmas, it almost feels like I'm trying to start a fight. You know what I mean? Like so it's like I don't want to start a fight. But or it sounds like I'm a ogre or something. Whereas where I grew up in Pennsylvania, that's what we said, and I hope they still are saying it. But they're in New York, it's Happy Holidays.
I know, it's amazing. It's like, why are we so afraid? Why did Christmas, one of the most magical times of the year, is now holiday season? The holidays are upon us.
Everything.
They always say the holidays are upon us. Happy holidays from Mercedes-Benz, right? The Mercedes-Benz commercial, right? Happy holidays from K Jewelers. K Jewelers still shoves those tiny little fucking diamond pendants up our asses fucking the entire time. Hey, let her know that you're a cheapskate because you bought the K Jeweler cheapskate diamond because it's a cheapskate diamond, right? It's the size of a fucking snowflake that's already melted. Let her know that you had no money and you got it for $49 at K Jeweler. That's what it comes down to. We don't fucking voice what it is. To me, December 25th is Christmas. Hanukkah is when Hanukkah is, and Kwanzaa is a fucking Seinfeld, that commercial. What's his name?
Frank Costanza.
Frank Costanza.
Well, that was called something else, but that was
Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah. But it's just unbelievable. You walk around New York City now, and it's interesting being in New York City during Christmas time. There's no magic about it anymore. There's barely any decor. Except for Little Italy, right? Because the Italians are still going to fucking put the decor up, right? But you look at all the shop windows, there's no fucking Christmas decor. You remember New York 15 years ago?
Yeah.
When you first got here, there was Christmas decor everywhere. When you grew up in Pennsylvania, there's Christmas decor
everywhere.
In the windows,
still going,
right?
Thank God.
It's still going. But in New York, take away probably the shops on Fifth Avenue and some of the windows and stuff like that. There's nothing, man. You walk around Soho, there's no displays of Christmas.
No, there is some. Minimal. There is some, but it is minimal, But one thing about New York, you can still feel the holidays. There is an energy here. I will say that. That's one of the reasons I don't leave this time of year. I could leave.
There's no subway Santa. They all got fucking pushed away.
Did they really? I don't see any Santa.
I don't see the sidewalk Santas anymore.
That's interesting. Well, if you really look at the people who get rid of things like that, they're really just godless people. And I don't mean like they're not Christian or this. They're just people who have no spirit. They're not spiritual people. They just give it. Communists, socialists, they're atheists usually. And that's what that is. That's that same idea of removing something beautiful, something fun. We're all the same. Everything's the same. Everyone's the same. And basically, there are people who saying, no one should have. If one of us is having a bad time, we should all have a bad time. No one's allowed to have a good time. It's everyone needs to have a shitty time.
Yeah, why is that? Why does everybody have to be the same? Why do we have to?
No, we don't.
Why are we so worried about offending people? You ever read fucking, like we talked about, Facebook? It's all offensive. You know, it's interesting. It's like, why can we not be? This is one of the most magical times of the year. I mean, if you go back and you get your stick out of your fucking ass right now, Mr. and Mrs. Happy Holiday person, happy holidays. Take the stick out of your ass and remember what it was like to be a kid. Remember what it was like to be magical, how unbelievable it was to know that Santa was coming to your house, right? You were trying to figure out how he was going to get his fat white ass down the fucking chimney, right? You were wondering how he would get all the presents. You watched Claymation, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Santa Claus is coming to town. You looked forward to this. You looked forward to it. You were wondering if there was going to be a white Christmas. Remember, you look at the weather forecast. You know, the AccuWeather forecast says 48 degrees and rain on Christmas. Damn, another no white Christmas, right? You wanted a white Christmas. It was all magical and it was beautiful. But then you became an adult and somehow or another you've been under the influence and control of the fucking masses, and all of a sudden you don't want to offend anybody, right, by saying Merry Christmas, and you've taken away the whole magic of the holiday season. The magic of the holiday season is December 25th is Christmas. Whether you believe in Christ or any of that other stuff, it doesn't matter. It's a fucking day of recognizing Santa Claus, Rudolph, and magic in the air. And that's really what it is. That's, you know.
Well, that's it. I don't want to go on a rant. I want to enjoy the holidays. But there's always these people that ruin, like, they don't like this song. This song's a rape song. Rudolph is a representation. They're just all these people. They just keep reading into all this stuff, taking away the beauty.
That's because they're Rudolph the brown-nosed reindeer instead of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
What do you mean they got their nose up somebody's
ass? Up his fucking ass and not having their own opinion.
Yeah, well, so there's a lot of that shit going on. It's just these really negative, overly empowered, overly entitled people, you know, that are making, you know, it's like when I was a kid, I had a job as a landscaper. You know, I was cutting people's grass in the suburb. And most people were cool. But there was always some old lady who was just nasty, and she would just sit there and complain and complain and complain. And unfortunately, we spent the most time on her lawn. And it was like, but we spent the least time on the coolest people's lawn. So she got all the attention. That old lady got all the attention on her lawn because she kept yelling and yelling. And that just seems to be the truth about life. The people who complain the most get the most attention.
Always.
So, and that's what we and all these people on Twitter complaining. We keep listening to them over and over. But and they are making a dent in a great society, unfortunately. But really, all of us cool people have to stand up now and say no. Like, sit down, you fucking snowflake. Please sit down. Yeah. Or we break you.
Why can't people just lighten up, you know?
Yeah, chill out.
I love doing that. Like, I'm big in, like, Merry Christmas. Like, I love, like, if someone goes Happy Holiday, I'll look at them and go, like, really?
Yeah.
Is that all you got for me?
Yeah.
It's like, isn't it Christmas time? Are you afraid? I've had conversations with that. Are you afraid of offending me?
Yeah.
Do I look like? Do I have a yarmulke on my head? Do I look like I'm Jewish? But does it matter if I'm Jewish or not? I'll ask people, why do you not say Merry Christmas? And a lot of the times they go,
you ask them?
Oh yeah, I've gotten in conversations with people, and a lot of times they'll just go, well, you know, it's the holiday season, and I said, you don't even know that you're brainwashed.
Yeah.
You don't even know that you've been brainwashed. You forgot about the magic.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the beauty of having a child is you remember the magic of Santa Claus.
Did your kid say Merry Christmas?
She doesn't say anything. I mean, you know, she's just thinking about the present she's getting.
Well, wait a minute. Why is she not saying Merry Christmas?
To people? Because she's not at that age where she's going to walk around and say Merry Christmas.
Do you say Merry Christmas to her?
To her, yeah, I do. She said Merry Christmas back to me.
Will you open Christmas presents on Christmas Day?
No, I have a Christmas Eve.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so, and she asked me the other day, she says, does Santa, you know, is Santa going to come to our house, you know? And, you know, how's Santa going to come to our house on Christmas Eve? I said, you know, I sent him an email.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like, it's fun. I mean, Santa is fun.
Yeah.
Except in New York with the SantaCon over last weekend,
were
right?
You here for that or no?
I fucking saw the idiots in fucking Santa's outfits getting drunk. Only in New York.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to go put on Santa outfits and get drunk.
They get wasted, too.
They get so wasted.
Like all of a sudden, that's the first...
That's the same idiots fucking on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, they come in from wherever, from outside of the city. But that's kind of like what. Even though I saw that and I was like, oh, here are the idiots. But London looks like that every weekend. You ever think?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
there are a
does.
bunch of lushers over there, right?
Oh,
Like
they're
they're all
such
passed
alcoholics.
out, drunk all day.
Yeah, but they're home by 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, because the
The
bars
pub's
are
closed by
Yeah.
midnight, so they're spewing on the seat. They get into a
Yeah.
fist fight and they leave.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but they start drinking at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, wrecked, right?
Yeah, you know, you and I aren't drinkers, so we don't understand the whole drinking mentality.
No, I mean, I did it in college, so I get it. I mean, I used to get wasted. You know,
Yeah, me too. I loved it. Anyway, look,
Anyway.
we're at 10 minutes right now, so you know, why don't you?
Hey, happy holidays,
But
everybody.
yeah, happy holidays and to all a good night.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you buck the trend, man, and just fucking start saying Merry Christmas?
I want to say it like without anger. Like that's what I don't want to feel like I'm trying to start a fight. Like I mean, like on the podcast, I can get a little vitriolic, but in real life, I like to be nice with people. So when someone says Happy Holidays, is there a way I can just say, "Hey, Merry Christmas" back to you without like
Hey, Merry
without
Christmas.
confrontation?
Or just say, hey, Merry Christmas. Don't have Christmas approach anxiety. Just say
Yeah,
Merry
Christmas
Christmas.
approach anxiety.
Yeah, we'll
Merry
see ya.
Christmas. All right, peace.